Next topic is inductance of a solenoid. So basically, solenoid is a long insulated wire which is wound in a closely packed helix, or it looked like a helical spring. Here you can see in the diagram small small I with the current flowing through the solenoid, where A is the area of cross section. This solenoid having a capital N turns, and B bar is the magnetic field. When current I is established in a solenoid, current produces a magnetic flux phi B through a central region. So the inductance of a solenoid is L is equal to N phi B upon I, because we have the relation phi is directly proportional to I. So from that we get L is equal to phi upon I. For the solenoid, inductance L is equal to N phi B upon small I, where capital N is the number of turns and N phi B is a magnetic flux linkage. So the total magnetic flux linked with the solenoid is N phi B, which is known as a magnetic flux linkage. So for length L, here you can see the distance between these two ends of solenoid is small l. For this length L, near middle of solenoid, flux linkage is capital N phi B is equal to capital N into B bar dot A bar. Already we defined the magnetic flux, which is a scalar product of magnetic field with area vector. So N phi B is equal to capital N B bar dot A bar. If we put the value of capital N, which is small n, into L, so in terms of number of turns per unit length, we can write N as capital N as small n into L, because small n is a number of turns per unit length, that is small n is equal to capital N upon L. Then we can write magnetic flux linkage N phi B is equal to small nl into B bar dot A bar. So here scalar product is written as NLBA cos theta, where theta is the angle between the magnetic field and the area vector. In this case, the area vector and magnetic field are in the same direction, or we can say the parallel. So theta is 0 degree and we get N phi B is equal to NLBA. So using this equation we get inductance L is equal to N capital N upon I phi B is equal to small nl into BA upon I. Now the magnetic field inside solenoid is B is equal to mu 0 Ni, where mu 0 is permeability of a magnetic field. So after putting this value we get L is equal to NL into mu 0 Ni A divided by I. Here I gets cancelled and we get mu 0 N square A L. So AL is, that is area into length, which is a volume of a solenoid. Therefore inductance per unit length is capital L upon small l is equal to mu 0 N square A. Now put the value of A, that is the area of solenoid, is pi d square upon 4, and we get inductance per unit length is mu 0 N square into pi d square upon 4. Therefore the inductance of solenoid is directly proportional to N square, and it is also directly proportional to d square, that is diameter square. From this equation we can say that the inductance is depends upon the dimensions of the solenoid. Next is combination of inductances. We learn in electrostatics combination of capacitors. In current electricity we learn combination of resistances. Similarly here we are going to learn the combination of inductances, that is series and parallel combination. The series and parallel combination of inductances is similar to the combination of resistances. So the first is series combination of inductances. If there are n number of inductances used in a circuit, then the total inductance is the addition of that all inductances. That is L total equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus and so on. And for parallel combination, it is 1 upon L total is equal to 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2 plus 1 upon L3 plus and so on. If there are two inductors are connected in circuit, then we can find out the parallel combination of inductances. L is equal to L1 L2 upon L1 plus L2. Here you can see the diagrams for inductors in series and inductors in parallel.